So 13 plays 6. The Double Blues in front, and they'd want to lead by a few goals at quarter time. We're approaching the 10-minute mark, but the breeze is quite strong out there. Umpire Kinnear, umpire Ricky Kinnear, as he's listed in the budget today. Eternal youth. The hand pass goes astray as far as the Double Blues are concerned, but Darvaniza gathers, gets it out towards Russell. Infield he goes. Bouncing ball difficult for Heinrich, but back he goes to Russell. Good gather into Klomp. Had to go out wide to Moskeny. He couldn't get it. Off the ground by Central. Trapped by Whittlesey. And a push in the back applied on Greg Whittlesey. So umpire Kinnear decides that he should boot the Double Blues forward towards that full forward area. Waiting back there, Wilmot got up high off hands. First to a chance for the Double Blues. Wilmot, his second, and I reckon he's kicked it off his shin. Sturt 3-1, Central 1 goal.
Well, great play by the big forward. He's kicked 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of this game. The first time was from a strong chest mark and a good lead, and that time it was his quickness to recover as he flew for that ball, and it was first to recover and managed to soccer that ball through for a great goal. Sturt 19, Central 6.
Up high was Kitschke, one of the 2 young ruckmen in the Sturt side. Doing pretty well for themselves in the early stages too. Off the ground, ends up with Pryor at half-back. Touched off the boot, so Benson's got to play on. He's tackled, lost it. Well done, Rowe. Picked up now, though, by Wark. In towards full forward. Wilmot! Good mark! The sign says it all. Tremendous stuff by Ian Wilmot. Really reached high for it. Now, that's pretty well a similar position from where he kicked his first. Just an extra 5 metres out. He'd be 35 out from goal. Doesn't matter, though. 3 goals in the first 12 minutes of this match to Ian Wilmot. He's looming as a real danger man. Sturt get their 4th. They're 4-1. Central 1 goal.
Well, David Buckley certainly has his hands full at the moment. Wilmot a real handful down there in that full forward area. Chest marks, overhead marks, and soccering goals off the ground, and his confidence will be sky high at the moment, and so will this Sturt side. It's a good start, something they haven't had in recent weeks.
Gee, 4 goals to 1 in the first 12 minutes. It's great stuff from the Double Blues. And they'd want to pile on at least another 4 in this quarter to really ram home their advantage. Now up high it was Kitschke. Awkward one to take for Painter, though. Darvaniza, another kick. He's done well in the opening stages. Back there, Benson. Good judgment. Now he's about 65 metres from goal, way too far out, so puts it out wide towards the other flank, the lead of Wilmot. He's a long way out as well. Goes off by hand out to Heinrich. Couldn't gather. Did a second time. Out to Smith. In towards the pocket. He's got a player loose down there, and Moskeny takes it. A difficult pocket. The most difficult pocket at Football Park, and to make his troubles worse, the breeze is almost coming the other way. Distance won't worry him. Let's put it across the face and through for behind. So Sturt get their second behind. They're 4-2, 26, leading by 20 points over Central, just 1 goal.
Buckley once again, the runner out having a few words to him. He kicks out wide, looking for the pace of Bubner. Bubner, oh, beautiful effort, made up a heap of ground. There's a fine mark. Now Braddy's provided a lead. Braddy playing centre half forward today, front position, play on the call. Well, umpire Ricketts adjudicated that one a dead heat, but Braddy had front position and he's not all that happy with that decision. Braddy opposed to Kitschke. Chipping in was Flintoff, the smaller of the 3. Stolen by Painter, out towards Smith. Smith drives long. Wilmot in the front. Reynolds from behind. Oh, what a grab. Sensational mark by the big chap. He had to come 3 deep. Eyes on the ball. A magnificent mark.
Couldn't believe it, I don't think. Congratulations all round.
Certainly has got a lot of promise, and he now has the opportunity of posting the Double Blues 5th goal. 25 metres out. Oh, the kick was poor. Disappointing. In fact, it was atrocious. Out of bounds on the full from only 25 metres out. Sturt currently on 4 goals, 2. Central 1 goal into the breeze.
I think he was still thinking about that mark. Often the way with young players. Wondering how that one comes up on replay. I can assure him it'll come up a beauty. So back towards Kitchke, trying to repeat the dose. As far as Sturt are concerned, Reynolds, the former marker, gets it out towards Klomp. On it goes to Painter, in towards Wilmot again on the break. And to give him even more credit, he really wasn't on much of a break. He was on the lead, but he had Graham bothering him all the way.
And Mike, there appears to be a move there. I would say that Graham has been moved on to Wilmot, and now Buckley is looking after the resting ruckman.
What can he do this time? He's trying to bring it back with the breeze. He's gone close. He's gone very close. Oh, a beautiful kick from that difficult pocket we've mentioned. And he aimed it towards the behind post, knowing full well the breeze would bring it back. And that's exactly what happened. 4 goals to Wilmot. Sturt are on 5-2. Central 1 goal.
Well, that was an intelligent piece of football. It was a great mark, and it was even a better kick as he allowed for that breeze. Kick to the left-hand goal post. Magnificent play in Wilmot.
So to it again. The double blues trying to force it forward, but it was Flintoff who got the ball. It was smothered. Spilling out towards Heinrich. He's kicking towards the pocket. Wilmot's there again. Gee, he's causing trouble down there. Out it goes to Moskeni. Moskeni can look at them from 25. The double blues are on fire. Moskeni gets his first. Sturt get their 6th. And we've played only 16 and a half minutes. It's 6-2 to 1 goal.
Well, everything that Ian Wilmot does is turning to goal. A long way out from his goal square there. He led well. The ball was placed out in front of him. Good hands, great feed, and Moskeni tapped it off, finished it off with a magnificent goal. Sturt really piling on the goals here at football. Move Kane looking reasonably relaxed.
All of that set up a 29-point lead for Sturt at quarter time. We rejoin the action 11 minutes into the second term with Central with a breeze that's back.
It'll go the way of Craig Brady. Brady been a quiet player, pushes the ball in looking for Mandermaker in the middle of the pack, couldn't control it. Reynolds in there, he's having a good game. So too is this man Moskeni. The handball over towards Painter. Painter this time with the left foot. And he's found Russell. Russell, another good player. They've got them all over the ground, and there's another one, Benson. Gee, they certainly moved that ball very quickly. Benson, normally a powerful kick. Would be about 45 metres out. Drop punt kick. He's punched it into the breeze. In fact, it's home. Oh, great goal. Matt Benson, that's his first. And the Blues march on their merry way. They're now on 10 goals, 5, 65. Leading a disappointing Bulldog unit, 3-goal, 1-19.
Everything's happening as far as Sturt are concerned, doing everything right. That time the ball came in from Russell, who's been a good player. Strong mark taken by Benson. And Benson was rather indecisive with his kick, but it wobbled through. 10-5 to 3-1. 65 to 19 at the 12-minute mark of the second. That's got to be close to a match-winning lead, even in these early stages. Greg Thomas lost it. Tackle applied there by Smith. And they're about to go forward again as Phil got it in towards Klomp and leading out Wilmot. Oh, they all let it go. He was about 4th in line and crashed through and took it on his chest. Now he's kicked 4 goals. He could have a big day today and get himself up the goal-kicking table. Doesn't register in the top half a dozen at the moment after a slow start to the season. The kick not looking too bad. They don't come much better. 5 goals in the early stages to Ian Wilmot. Kicked 4 in the first and now first in the second. Sturt 11-5. Central 3-1. 71 to 19.
Well, this is the Ian Wilmot we're used to seeing a couple of seasons ago. Direct approach on the ball, strong hands and a powerful kick. Now he's kicked 5 goals. That gives him a tally of 22 for the season. So he certainly is climbing up that goal-kicking ladder. Back in the centre, it's Launder again, opposed to Kitsky. Launder wins another tap. He's certainly giving his all for his side. Field in there working hard. So too is Russell. Rick Kinnear to bounce again. 13 minutes gone in this second quarter. It's been a great quarter for the Blues. Launder again. This time he feeds out a handball to Lawton. Too slow to get rid of it. Klump in there. Strong body work. Gee, and you see a young player play this well, you just wonder where he's been the last few seasons. Certainly looks a mature footballer out there. Now the kick comes out towards Trevor Rowe. Rowe using some pace, chips that one in. Brady couldn't take it. He's had a few fumbles today, but he works hard to recover. Now the ball comes out towards Flintoff. In turn to Shields. Shields pushes out a short pass and it finds Scott Lee. Scott Lee already has one goal to date. He kicked the Dogs' second goal at the 21-minute mark of the first quarter. The Bulldogs yet to post another one, and they still haven't. So they're kicking with about a 4-goal breeze in this second quarter, and we've had 14 minutes, and they have not scored a major.
Yes, they've really got to lift their work rate. And maybe fresh legs, those of Peter Krieg, will help. He's just gone on to replace Russell Shields. Now the short ball out towards the back pocket, taken by Smith. Slowing things down, experienced Darryl Smith. 51 points the lead as far as the Blues are concerned. High leap from behind there was Brady. Painter. Now it was knocked out towards Brady. Field, great steal. Good hand pass into the open spaces. Heinrich got it back. Painter down towards half forward. David Bubner's there, so too Graham. They both missed it. Wilmot got it out wide. Now you can look at the goals. That was Russell out wide. Looking there for the big lead of Reynolds. Well gathered, the big fellow. Goes back in the direction of Russell. Moskini's there as well. First to it. Good shepherding by Russell. Great tackle applied by Pryor. And Russell, and rather Moskini's penalised for holding the ball. Top tackle. He's been a trier, always tries. There's Mark Pryor. Bubner. Best Bulldog to date. Hasn't got too many friends out there though. Down towards centre half forward. Waiting back there, David Eye. He slipped at the crucial moment, but he's still got front spot. Brought down by Flintoff. And the free kick for David Eye.
Eye plays on across goal to McCarthy. McCarthy has his captain in Whittlesey. Out extremely wide. Ball very close to the boundary line. Whittlesey keeps it in play well, then executes a magic handball over towards Smith. Smith in turn looking for Benson. Benson held without possession. And Matt Benson will take that kick on the half-forward flank. In short, he's looking for Russell. Taken by Pryor, the acting captain for the Dogs. He's put down solidly. Back there is Gurdon, but the mark's been taken by Eye. Eye plays on quickly. Over to Kitsky. The big men for Sturt are having fine games. Painter on to Heinrich. In turn to Field. Field too far out to score. Drives in long. Back there is Klopp. So do Wilmot. Oh, he's in magnificent touch. Now this is the Ian Wilmot of yesteryear. Been dogged by a few injuries at the last couple of seasons. By gee, back to his best today. That's his 6th goal. And this Sturt side, they're doing it on the bit at the moment. They move on to 12 goals, 5, 77 points, leading the Bulldogs by 57 points.
Yeah, great match being played by Ian Wilmot. Again, they did well, though, the Double Blues, through Painter, Heinrich, Field, all combining well in that centre square area. Field got it down to Wilmot, who used his body brilliantly in the square. Gee, he's a strong man, and when he's in form, he's one of the best around down there. So 6 goals, 4 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, and he's helped set up a lead of 77 to 20 for Sturt. 17 scoring shots to 5 tells the story. Launder didn't get it far that time. As far as rival ruckman there, Ketchke. Ball eluded most players. Mandermaker up there on centre wing, trying to boot it down towards full forward. Knock on from Scott Lee. It was knocked away from Jamie Thomas. Brady, rather. Out it goes to Lee. Then Girdham. Open goal square. And they've got one back. Not Girdham, Robertson, but I don't think the Central supporters will quibble about that. The main thing is they've got a badly needed goal. Therefore, they're 4-2. Sturt 12-5.
Well, Robertson certainly is a good player around the goal. He knows where they are. He knows where they are. He doesn't miss the opportunities that he gets. The Cowboys made some moves. He's got Mandamaker at centre-half forward and Brady at full forward. They certainly have to make some moves. There's not a lot happening for them at the moment. Kitsky won that tap easily. Moskini couldn't control it. Taken by Lee. The Dogs go into attack again at the 19-minute mark. Robertson couldn't control it. Now the ball punched forward out towards Girdham. Sweating on him is Underwood. Still there, Girdham. Underwood over the top. It's been a desperate Blues defence today. And the crowd show their appreciation. Rudy steps in to do the ruck work. Kitsky ended up getting hand of ball. Girdham again. Mandamaker. Handball out towards Scott Lee. Oh, there's that pressure again by the Blue side. Whittlesey on to Eye. Eye kicks out wide. Lounder back there. So too is the boundary line. And it certainly has been a feature of this game, the pressure that's being applied by these Sturt players.
So Lounder, while he was there, decided to go off, replaced by Moulds. Promising stint in league football. His first up for the Colossus. Lounder taken away by Bubner. In towards full forward. Waiting back, Phil Graham. But taken away by Darryl Smith. Towards centre wing. Klomp in front. Down to Kitchke. Taken away, well trapped by Kitchke just as Painter was about to pick it up. Krieg got the hand pass out towards Peter Bubner. Gets around two players. Well done. Long searching ball in towards full forward. It's offline. And didn't quite make it. The ever-reliable Peter Reid about a metre inside the line. Still the lead, 51 points for Sturt. He goes out towards the scoreboard flank. Well done, Painter. Used his body well. And he's had two bounces now. Thought about the hand pass, then decides to do it after all. To Whittlesey, the captain. He's had two bounces. He's within scoring distance. He can kick long. He's only 35 out, but it's a poor kick. Oh, it's still there, though. The ball there to be won. David Bubner. Out towards Brady. Bad fumble. Boundary throw in. Well, it was a big attacking move, that by Sturt, but poor kicking by Whittlesey. Yet even then it could have come off. Still the ball in their scoring area. Just 25 metres around from their goals. First to it, Russell. Spinning out of the packet, Scott Field, tackled by Rowe. Got the hand pass away. Russell again. Oh, excuse me, out of the way. The hand pass to Painter. Back it goes to Moskini. He straightens, goes short, goes very wide. Found field. Well, I guess a lot of pressure was applied back there, but they fiddled around a little bit. And they found themselves very wide, almost on the boundary line. You can see just beyond Scott Field. It's a fair way out, 40 metres, 45 metres. And the kick is squeezed over the line on the full. 22.5 minutes played. Sturt lead 12-5 to 4-2.
An 8-goal-3 advantage. They certainly have looked the better side. The very start of this game as the ball comes out wide again. Bubner there. So too is Krieg. Krieg weaves his way out and gets onto that left boot. Looking for Thomas. He couldn't control it. Now recovers well. The handball on towards Trevor Rowe. Shows a good turn of speed. Spears out a pass. Well, Graham's down in the forward lines now. So the Cowboys certainly is trying a few moves. And there's that pressure again. This time it was applied by McCarthy. There's a scrap on behind play. Play on with a call, though, as the ball comes out with Walk. So it appears to me that Sturt are winning this football game. And I think they also came out the best in that little encounter behind the play. Walk waits for a lead provided by Wilmot. The kick's not good, over his head. Back there is David Bubner. Wilmot dies on top of that again. Well, in fact, Philip Graham is now playing full forward for the Bulldogs. He started in a back pocket, went to full back. Now he's down the other end of the ground as that ball is tapped over the boundary line by Buckley. I would say deliberately. It would take a brave umpire to call that decision. Moulds opposed to Kitsky. Kitsky with the tap again. Phil with his body over the ball. Works himself clear. It's a snapshot away. Wilmot back there. Used his body well. Unfortunate bounce, so it's 3 for a minor score. The Blues now move on to 12 goals, 6, 78 points. They're giving this Central side an absolute hiding on 4 goals, 2.
Back to centre half back, reading it well was Russell. Ran straight into Scott Lee though and penalised for holding the ball. So Lee had quite a few kicks in the first couple of quarters. Knocked high in the air by Mandamaker, landing on the chest of Greg Thomas. Around the corner, still on centre wing though. Flintoff first to it. Knocks it back in the direction of Pryor, but first to it Moskini. Been a good player for Sturt. Had plenty of time to look. Down to Russell, another fine player. Good youngster is he. They could have paid the advantage rule. The whistle went as far as Benson was concerned. Got a free kick. No, the free kick's gone against him. No, it hasn't. Couldn't have done. Well, what is happening? That's right. He's got the free kick. Umpire Ricketts confusing a few out there. The advantage rule could have been paid to Russell in the first place. Great mark. Kitsky. I think he dropped out of the sky from one of those aircrafts going out towards the airport. He came from nowhere. Now his teammates pick up the parachute. He looks at the goals. Gee, there are some promising youngsters in this match. Kitchke, one of them, only 20 metres out, pretty well straight in front. Had to work hard a little bit, but gets his first. And Sturt break away even further, 84 to 26. It's 13 goals, 6 to 4-2, a break of 56 points.
Well, a wonderful performance it was by Sturt. 51-point win, and they set it up with that great first half when they led, in fact, by 10 goals at half-time. As you can see with the quarter-by-quarter scores, a